Deload week is here. Now, last week was absolutely atrocious, which I am going to speak about in a few minutes' time. But I'm just getting ready to go for a coffee with one of my good friends, Jess. And I've woken up with a really, really bad cold. So if there's any week that screams deload, it's this week. And do I feel like I need to deload in terms of training? No, not really, because last week was an absolute shocker. In terms of my stress levels right now and just the way I'm feeling in terms of my mood, I feel like this week will do me some favours. So come along with me for my deload week, see what I get up to, see what the updates are with training, see where I'm heading from here. Sit back and enjoy. Get out my boot. We're going shopping. So, just pulled up to Aldi because that's where I shop. Honestly, I remember when I finished uni, well, actually for a few years after that even, I just never used to shop at Aldi, and then I started and I've never looked back. There are some things that I'll need to get from other shops at times, but for the most part, because I eat mostly whole foods, Aldi is the one, and you save a ton of money. I mean, sometimes I go to Tesco and I'll buy Tesco, anywhere like that, and I'll buy like, one dinner or something, and it's like 12 quid or like 15 quid, and you're like, there's something not right here. So obviously, yes, I meal prep and that helps, but yeah, overall, I think Aldi for value, obviously it's fruit. I've said this on my story on Instagram. It does turn into almost ash and dust after you've had it for 24 hours. Even though it may say, you've got a week to eat this. You got a bloody week, mate. You got a week, it's fine. And then you open the fridge and it's just misty. Trying to dust the all of the ash away from the mouldy fruit. But apart from that, I think Aldi is really good. Anyway, I'm going to head in now. It's a very efficient job for me when I go shopping. I literally, just straight in, straight out. Literally know how many things are going to fit in each bag. And yeah, when I get home, I'll show you sort of what I eat really at the moment. And you'll probably not be interested, but one of you might be. And if one of you is, then it's worth making the video. Back from the shops now, just going to show you sort of what my weekly shop looks like. Of course, there'll be a couple of bits and bobs that I'll buy throughout the week. I do run out of things, tend to prepare a few other bits and bobs, a few teas in the evening that I can't cover for in a weekly shop because you can only prep so much. I do have a meal plan at the moment with my coach. However, I do sort of swap between stuff because I do like eating different things. Luckily, with my sort of knowledge on nutrition and it being my job overall with being a coach, I've done this for years, so I know sort of how to track my food. I know, how to hit my macros, etc. So there's no real worries there. But I'm just going to take you through sort of the average sort of weekly shop. As I said, it's a bit of a military process for me. Pretty much buy the same sort of stuff. If things vary slightly, it is ever so slightly. So in terms of carbohydrates, bagels, bagel thins from Aldi, use the wraps. I use these for tuna wraps in the evening. On a couple of the evenings that I don't prepare some food, I like to have tuna wraps. I usually buy sourdough bread from Aldi, which is really, really good for my morning meal, which is like chicken sausages, bacon medallions and avocado. I got there a bit late today, and the sourdough in Aldi is really, really popular, the half loaf. So I've gone for this malted bloomer, which is my second option. So I'll have this in the morning, toasted with, as I said, my chicken sausages and some bacon medallions, which are down here. Obviously, pasta I always have in anyway. Obviously, as I said, there's veg and other carbohydrates that we'll just have in the flat anyway. It's just stuff that I buy on top. Peanut butter, granola I have as like a backup. If I'm going to miss a breakfast, I'll have that. Beef mince, this is what I have for lunch every day pretty much at the moment. So I'm swapping that out for chicken that was set for me. And I'm just having beef mince instead, 5%, sorry. So I'll batch cook that in a second. That's my meal prep for most of the week for the lunches. What else have we got? Fish, I like to have sea bass at the moment, really, really good. If you do buy from Aldi, by the way, and say, for example, today's the 21st, I'm going to focus, today's 21st, says the 26th. If you have this on the 25th or the 26th, it's going to taste not so great. Make sure you're having it in the first few days of buying it. It's not going to go off for the 26th, but just if you are getting fish from Aldi, that's just a little tip. Chicken, I like to have they do these things in Aldi where they're like different flavours and things. I like to have that as an option as well. Bacon medallions down there as well, which is a ton of those. Chorizo, so I like to have a chorizo pasta at the moment for the past couple of weeks. As I said, you know, making sure it fits within my macros that have been set, making sure it's hitting my calorie targets, making sure it's hitting my protein targets. Lots of veg, as I said, some veg I will have anyway in the house, fruit as well, so got some blackberries, grapes, plums, some crisps, just as a little bit of a treat. Sweet potatoes, so this is what I'm currently having for my lunches, my prep lunches. Some courgettes for the chorizo pasta, some apples there. So that's sort of what a weekly shop looks like for me, as I said, give or take a few bits that I'll have at home. But yeah, overall, that's what it looks like. As you can see, I think with me, and I'll say this for whether you're doing prepping for an Ironman, whether you're a triathlete, whether you're just starting the gym, to the best of your ability, avoid sort of this processed protein, you know. So now it's not for me to say, you know, you can't have any processed protein, you know, like protein yogurts and things like that, but it's just such a big thing nowadays. And I think, you know, if you can get a lot of your protein from meats, if you're not obviously a meat eater, then your alternative, rather than yogurts, you know, desserts, things like that, you know, are sold in supermarkets nowadays, especially Aldi. It's quite easy to get caught up in that because they are, you know, very, very easy to grab. Not very good quality, let's be honest. You know, you're not really getting other sources of nutrients within those. And then also you just got to see how much of a complete protein they are. You know, are you missing out on some of the amino acids, etc., especially if you are, for example, a vegan. I'd be looking out for that sort of stuff. Obviously, it's convenient to get those every now and then. You know, I'd highly recommend doing it if you are on the run. But I think sometimes people maybe mistake being on the run for just actually not preparing some food. You know, I don't really want to be preparing now, but it's not going to take me long. It's going to take me an hour and a half max to prepare 4 days of lunches. So I think that's the way that people need to start looking at things. As I said, you know, if you're on the run and you really need to grab it. But if you can get whole foods and prepare it, you'll feel way better for it. So anyway, I'm going to get prepping now, my meal prep, and then I'm going to get back to some clients because I've got a lot of messages to reply to. But yeah. Morning, so Tuesday today, second day of the Deload week, just 7:40 now. It's quite late for me to have my breakfast. Actually, I have it slightly earlier just so I can get to client check-ins because that's what I do Monday to Thursday, so that's what I'll be doing straight after breakfast. But I just wanted to show you what I have. Obviously showed you my food shop yesterday, just sort of showing you what I currently have as my staple breakfast. So the lighting isn't the best, but usually, as I said yesterday, I have sourdough, so the bread doesn't necessarily look like this. I have 3 slices, so obviously one makes a sandwich, which obviously got the chicken sausages and the bacon and the avocado, and then I just have a slice on its own, which usually I make into a sandwich, but it's quite hard with this bread. So yeah, that's my breakfast. Usually I have some sriracha mayo as well, but Aldi have stopped selling it. So Aldi, if you're watching this, get it back, because I don't really like hopping around supermarkets for like one sauce here and there. But if I had sriracha mayo, it would be the perfect breakfast. I also watch this fella at the moment in the morning because I don't really get time to watch YouTube videos that I want to watch. If you've not watched #Brady, just watch him. It's just absolutely hilarious. It just reminds me that my life is fairly normal.
Chocolate fountain. It's 8 o'clock in the morning right now. We've got chocolate fountain, gummy bears, sweets, marshmallows. Who's this for, right? Because to let you be eating gummy bears and chocolate for your breakfast, but somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to eat it because it's been there for 2 days. It's gone.
Check-ins are done for the morning, so probably going to head into town now because it is actually lovely and sunny. So I'm going to head into town because I do need to get a couple of bits, and I do like doing some work in town as well, and then I'll go for my Deload run later on. Now, just off into town to get a coffee, do some work. I just want to show you guys how nice it is where I live in the autumn. Now, obviously it's not always like this in the autumn, as you can imagine. It's usually quite rainy and grim, which it has been the past couple of days, but when it's nice and sunny in the autumn, it just makes you feel way better. And as I said, after the week I've just had, you know, and if you've got a sunny day right now, wherever you are in the UK, get out in it, because it increases your mood. It's literally science. So just get it, yeah, and pretend you're in the Bahamas, because, you know, what's the difference? Also, look at this. This is pretty cool. This is where the canal boats come down. Is it cool? I don't know. Is it cool? Would you live on a canal boat? Let me know in the comments below. No one's going to comment, are they? So in terms of coffee, I think I'm going to get it in the indoor market because there's a lovely little coffee shop in there called Bean & Co. They got a couple in town where I live. There's lots of independent coffee shops where I live. I'm pretty sure at this point Test is 75% independent coffee shops. So yeah, I love my coffee. I'm gonna go there now, and it's good because I can do some work in there and then head to the library to do some more work. So yeah, always seem to be on the go with work, you know, do client check-ins, and I do sort of setups or program changes for clients, maybe some admin stuff and things like that. And then later on in the day is when I tend to get back to clients' messages on obviously my phone, because obviously you get lots of messages from clients. So yeah, it is pretty much full time. I know it seems sometimes that online coaches don't necessarily do much, but we really do. It's just you probably catch us at times where maybe we're not, but you know, a good online coach, I would say, is on their laptop most of the week, I would say. Woo! So, deload run pending. We're about to go out now. Half an hour, no pace, set, just go and enjoy a run. So that's good, really looking forward to it. And when I get back, I'm going to show you guys something that I've done, which is something that I've not necessarily been putting off, but it's something I've just not got around to, because I know it makes things very real. Get that half an hour run in now, show you a little bit on the run, and show you guys what I've done when I get back. I didn't get back to you after my run yesterday because it's bloody Wednesday now, and I didn't speak to you guys about what I'd booked. Obviously, you know what it is. I'm going to catch up with you guys once I've left this shop now. Rest day today, complete rest day, nothing to do, which is lovely, in all honesty. So done some work. Need to head back now and get some lunch after this, but just going to the shop now to get some pumpkins, so to carve out with my partner. So hopefully you guys within this vlog will see both of our pumpkins and vote whose is best. I already know it's going to be me, but yeah, so I'm going to hopefully go get some carving tools and the pumpkins, and then I'm going to get coffee from McDonald's because I'm near McDonald's, and I'm going to sit here and tell you what I've done, what I've booked, how I'm feeling. And yeah, sorry about yesterday. I just got back from the run, and do you know what I thought? I can't be bloody bothered. Nah, I'm not even joking, I didn't even think about it. So anyway, gonna go get the pumpkins now. Boy, pumpkins acquired. So, what was I meant to tell you yesterday, but I ended up not telling you? I've booked my half Ironman. So Ironman 70.3 Bolton, June 2025. So, big deal. Big deal. And I've been putting it off slowly just because things haven't really felt real, you know? Like, I've only been doing this for 6 weeks. And not only that, but it's like 400 quid to enter. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, you know, just been pushing it, like, yeah, I'll do it at some point. And yesterday I just thought, you know what, like, you've got the money now, just book it. Hopefully it'll feel a little bit more real. And it is slowly, you know, now I'm 6 weeks in, booked the event, it does feel a little bit more real. So I'm very excited. If anyone does happen to watch this that is doing that race, it'd be lovely to like connect with you on Instagram and just chat about how terrible our lives are and how much effort we're putting into what we're doing. But yeah, you know, I think between now and then, obviously it would be great to do a sprint triathlon if there are any that I can attend that are relatively local, but if not, then that will be my first triathlon. Now I know obviously people will be like, no, you can't do that or whatever, but I would hope that by June my confidence will be high enough with my training to be okay in that 70.3, I would hope. But like, again, my aim really is to finish the race. Like, I'm not here to be like obviously yes, it helps doing a sprint triathlon and doing like transitions and things like that, but I don't think I'm going to be that bothered in my 70.3, like how fast I'm you know, getting on the bike or whatever. Having said that though, I don't know, you know, I by that time I might be bloody elbowing people out of the way on the bikes. Like, I might be that guy. I might be like punching people in the head in the sea. I don't know. You know, I don't know. It's in the lake anyway, but I don't know how that's going to fare. So I might be like a race demon by then. But either way, I would love to get one in beforehand, and I think my coach would probably recommend the same. But it is what it is. If there's nothing about, then there's not much I can do. You know, you can't just magic up your own triathlon. So that's that. Tomorrow I've got an FTP test on the bike. I've got nothing today, so it's just me doing work. I've got to get home and do some work after this coffee. Just got my pumpkins, as you saw. So next clip is either going to be me showing off our pumpkins and you guys telling me that mine's the best. Although I didn't get any tools. There wasn't any tools in the shop, like little carving tools. So I don't know what we're going to do. But if not, we'll do that over the weekend. And then, yeah, FTP test on the bike, the indoor trainer tomorrow. So I'll take you along for that because that is going to be grim. Can't be bothered to do it. But it needs to be done. It is Thursday now. We didn't do the pumpkins last night. My partner had a few bits of work to do. So we just, we didn't end up getting time to do it. So going to do it tonight. Going to take a clip. And you can mentally vote which one is better. Right now, though, unfortunately, I've got an FTP test. So essentially, it's going to estimate the power that I need to be adhering to within the online trainer, like the indoor trainer on the bike. Because my first one, I don't think was very accurate. So we're doing it again. Basically, my coach said, look, just do another one on a deload week, which is obviously this week, hence the video. So I'm going to get on there now. It's still about 40 minutes long, so you're going to get a couple of clips of me looking probably brutally, excruciatingly awkward. But in my Lycra, my new Lycra. So, got some Lycra shorts. What do they call it? Bib? Is that what they call it? Anyway, I don't know what they call it, but I love it. And I don't know when in time does your prefrontal cortex develop to a point where it starts to like Lycra. I don't understand at what point that happens, but it's happening. I'm 27 and a half years old, and it's bloody happening. So I'm going to get on that trainer now. Cue me sweating, looking grim, looking disgusting. Get off the laptop. It says, you're doing fantastic. Get ready to turn it up a notch. She's looking at the stats. When I get abs by the end of Ironman training, I'm done. When I get abs by the end of Ironman training, I'm done. I mean, seriously, what is going on? I don't mind them. I don't mind these, and that's the issue. So, how was that? Because I know everyone's wondering. Felt much better. What I've been struggling with being on the bike is the cadence. I don't know what was going on, but I couldn't get the pedal spinning fast enough, or my legs spinning fast enough with the correct amount of resistance. It was like too easy or too hard to get that amount of pressure. So doing that test felt like really good. So something must have been like not okay with like the setup of the app, I think, and on the trainer. So hopefully now it is in check. It's hard though, that FTP test is like, you do like a few bursts and then you do like a 20-minute solid effort of what you think is your max. Obviously, it probably never is going to be your max, but yeah, no, it's tough and you get very sweaty. I've still not got a fan either, so I need to get a fan. So anyway, done for today. Going to do my pumpkins later on with my partner, which I'm really excited for. And then tomorrow I've got client in the morning in the gym, and then I've got some swim drills. So I will catch up with you guys then. So, don't feel very good today. Was meant to go swimming, as I told you guys yesterday, for my drills, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. I woke up feeling very grim. I've had a cold all week, this deload week, and obviously it's deload week, so there's no real urgency to do things like right now. Like I could do my swim drills tomorrow. Coach told me I need to do another FTP test on Sunday, just a different one. So that's going to be pretty heavy as well. But I just thought I'd show you because I'm not swimming today. I feel a bit grim. My wetsuit's just arrived. I ordered a wetsuit a couple of weeks ago actually, and it came, and I thought I would be a certain size, and it fit really well, and then it got to my shoulders and it just didn't fit, or like my sort of upper back area. And I do have like quite an odd shape now because I'm quite small, but I've got like quite like broad shoulders from like training and my upper back. So like the rest of my body's like quite slim and slender, and then like the upper back is quite odd. So I've ordered a medium. I'm going to try it on. You guys are going to have to watch and maybe laugh at me. But I've gone for like a beginner one because I am a beginner. The one that I ordered last time was the same brand, Zone 3, but it looked like a Star Trek one. Either way, it looked really good, it just didn't fit, and it was like half the price of what it should have cost. This one I paid full price for, but it's still more expensive than my other one, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. It's pretty irrelevant really, but in theory the wetsuit that I had before is slightly better on paper. But either way, I don't really need anything like that, like bougie right now. Like also, I'm not going to spend like £800 on a wetsuit for, you know, an Ironman that I'm going to do and probably never do again. So I mean, I guess that's it. I can't really do that upper back bit up. I don't want to break the zip just in case I need to send it back. So I guess I've just got to sit like this now until my girlfriend comes home and just get her to do it. I don't know. Right, incredibly fast update. We've got it done up, guys. My catch doesn't look like that in the water. Feed me then, feed me. Hopefully I stay this weight and shape for the rest of time, so I don't have to get a new one. Oh, Friday, Saturday. So Saturday, just finished up my PT session at the gym. So that was good. It was nice to see my client and train her. Now I am in for my drills that I missed yesterday. I'm actually looking forward to it. I've just had a gander at the pool, and it seems like it's empty, or it seems like there's a couple people in there, which is really good, because the last few weeks, I remember when I joined Total Fitness, if you're listening, whoever I joined with, he was like, mate, even at peak times, I barely even see it busy. It's been busy every time I've been there. So, you know, get your act sorted. Stop fake advertising, right? Anyway, point being is the pool is empty, so I'm looking forward to it. Drills. Hopefully my shoulder doesn't hurt, because obviously that was the reason why I had a bit of a shit week last week. So all good. I will catch up with you after the session. Let's go. I almost didn't update then because I've got home from my swim and I am knackered. The sun's coming through the living room, and you know when you get all just a bit tired when the sun's coming through and you're just like, so anyway, swim drills went well. No shoulder pain today, which is good. So yeah, nice. The swim drills are actually quite hard, I think. I mean, swimming in general, I think for me, I just overthink it too much. Like, I'm a good swimmer, but I have like one pace, and like me trying to learn to swim slower with good technique is really challenging for me, and me overthinking it stresses me out. So that's where I'm at with that. But the swim drills were good, and I just tried to get in the zone. I had my own lane the whole time. It got busy when I left, so that was nice. Got my FTP test tomorrow, and then we'll wrap up Deload week. I'll give you my thoughts. I'll let you know what's happening next week as well, sort of what my training looks like from, you know, in comparison from week 1 to week 7. So yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Finish up the video now, and just gonna let you know what my sort of training is going to look like now after the deload, or at least for the next week or so. The deload week was good. You know, it's felt a little bit odd to still sort of train, I guess, but at the same time, like, want to have rest. Like, they're always weird. Like, even when I train, like, in the gym, like, weight sessions, I've had deload weeks, like, many times over the years. But it just felt a little bit different with this, because I think my brain is, again, just tricking me into thinking, like, the more you do, the better, right? Like, with something that you're not very experienced with at all, you want to be doing it on a daily basis. So, yeah, it was a little bit odd in that sense, but it felt nice to sort of, I guess, just chill out a little bit. And then moving forward now, well, I'm actually recording this the day after the Monday of the new week. So I did a 5K test yesterday, so I'm in like another block of training now, moving into the second block of training, which is going to be a little bit more bike focused according to my coach, just because, I mean, I think my run is my like area that I seem to be okay with thus far. Swim is here or there, and then bike has just been a little bit, just because of issues that I've had with the trainer and things like that. It's just not been the best, so like we're going to ramp that up in this phase. So yesterday I did a 5 kilometer run test. I did that in 22 minutes 30 seconds, which was 2.5 minutes under what I did it at for my first time, so that's good. Means that obviously my pace would be a little bit faster now moving forward this week. Got 2 weight sessions this week, so 2 full body weight sessions. I've got a 400 meter and 200 meter swim test with some warming up and cooling down on either side. I've got an interval bike on the trainer, so I'm going above my threshold for like 3 different intervals and focusing on cadence. As I mentioned in this video, is a big one for me, and just how fast you're spinning your legs essentially, if you don't know what that means. Then I've got swim drills, which I do as well on a different day, so just completely focusing on like my kick and my catch just separately for 1.5k, and then an easy 10 kilometer run at zone 2 pace, and then an outdoor ride at the weekend, which is just over an hour long, just to get me out and about. So that's sort of where we're at right now. Obviously, hopefully next time I record a YouTube video, I'll be even further ahead with my training. And yeah, I appreciate you guys making it to the end of this video. If you could give it a like, give it a comment if you can be bothered, I would really appreciate it. Other than that, I will see you in the next one.